In the center of Hollow's End lies a forgotten garden, its silence a peculiar feature amidst the town's whispered lore. At the garden's heart, a stone well stands, old and unremarkable at first glance, weathered by years of use and neglect. Ivy curls up its sides, and roots stretch beneath it into the earth. The villagers know the well by its unyielding, unsettling trait: the water inside is always lukewarm. Never cold enough to drink in comfort, nor warm enough to soothe. No one dares drink from it. There are no official records of the well's creation, nor of its first use. Yet, its presence in the heart of the garden is undeniably linked to the village's existence. For when the first settlers arrived at Hollow's End, it was not only the rich, fertile lands that brought them here but the well too. Long before Hollow's End was a village, it was nothing more than a clearing at the end of a deep forest hollow. A winding river snaked through the landscape, and the only sound was the occasional bird call or the rustle of leaves. It was the perfect place for a village, a fresh start, a new beginning. The first man to arrive, weary and thirsty from a long journey, came upon the clearing and noticed the well. It stood alone, amidst the trees at the edge of the river. He was parched, desperate for a drink to quench his thirst. The well, appearing simple and inviting, promised relief from the exhaustion of his journey. He drew the bucket up, expecting cold, refreshing water. But when he tasted it, he was struck by a strange sensation. The water was warm, not hot, but tepid, neither refreshing nor soothing. He took another sip, confused by its peculiar warmth, but his thirst remained. He tried again and again, growing more desperate with each sip. But the water was never cool enough. The more he drank, the more insatiable his thirst became, a gnawing, relentless ache that wouldn't cease. The man found himself on his knees, trembling with the overwhelming need to drink until the thirst in his chest stopped clawing at him. When the other travelers arrived, they found him there, beside the well, still drinking from its depths. His face was pale, his eyes wide and delirious. Despite their calls to him, he would not stop. His body trembled, and his hand shook as it reached once more into the well to draw another bucketful. But no matter how much he drank, he was still thirsty, still dying from that horrible, unquenchable thirst. They tried to pull him away, but it was too late. The man's grip on the rope slackened, and his body fell lifeless to the ground, his mouth still open, his eyes staring wide at the water that had driven him to madness. The settlers buried the man near the well, but from that moment on, the water remained lukewarm, never hot, never cold. No one understood why, but those who tried to drink from it after him found themselves trapped in the same endless cycle of thirst. It was as if the water was alive, feeding off their desperation, and offering only enough to keep them coming back, never enough to satisfy. As they began their attempts to settle, one by one, the settlers grew uneasy with the well's strange power. Whispers spread that the well had claimed the first man, and it hungered for more. The villagers soon realized that the well was not merely a water source, it was a trap. The water wasn't merely lukewarm. It was alive with a hunger that could never be satisfied. Those who drank from it would feel their thirst begin to rise once more, insatiable and all-consuming, until they fell into madness. Many of those who arrived in Hollow's End, looking for a fresh start, were never truly free of their need to return to the well. They were driven by the same compulsion that had once drawn the first man. But those who sought solace from it were doomed to the same fate. No matter how much they drank, they would never be filled. Some tried to flee the well, but their steps led them back to it. Their bodies would lie beside the well, and when the others would come to bury them, they'd find the same unsettling truth: the water would always be tepid, and no one could understand why. As time passed, the villagers sealed the well with iron bars, hoping to contain whatever dark power resided within. The garden grew wild, vines curling up the stone, flowers blossoming in strange patterns. But the well's presence remained. To this day, the well in the garden stands, untouched but ever present. People come, but never drink. There is always a chill in the air around it, as if the well itself watches and waits. The villagers do not speak of it, but they know the truth. The well claims no one, yet it calls for all. It is said that the well waits for those desperate enough to come to it, to drink from it, and to never leave. And so it sits in the center of Hollow's End, its warm waters a quiet reminder of the insatiable thirst that can never be quenched.